I hadn't even seen Endgame.
He's out. He's so out of here.
Welcome to the Status Quo. I'm your host, Chance, and today I am joined by Sundered Gaming's Diversity Inclusion Officer, Bear.
That's a me. Diversity inclusion.
I am also joined by Sundered Gaming's, I don't even know what you are these days, John. John. Today, we will actually be going down some weird rabbit holes. We're not really sure what we're going to be talking about. We're going to go through some gaming articles and see what stuff we can uncover
It's
today.
another Status Quo light.
To be fair, we did tell the devs we had a good plan, so we better make sure we do a good job.
They're going to be mad at us regardless, so I think we're fine.
Do you think they're gonna appreciate my new title?
I actually messed it up. I was going to say diversity, equity, and inclusion. But then I like...
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah, got to be inclusive. So, some gaming news here. I actually did see this, which I thought was pretty cool. Not that I care about the company or the game. World of Warcraft has finally revealed a 1-year subscription.
How much is it?
I was gonna say like, wait,
It's
I
like
thought new, but then I realized
$2 off the monthly price.
it's only what 6. They have the 6 month. Not the.
Yeah, they've only ever had the 6 months. So the 1-year bundle saves players $2 per month off the normal subscription price.
Which is like 13 now, or is it 15?
I think it's still 15. Oh, and they get like there's like 3 mounts, and then there's a classic mount and like a classic loot chest.
Ooh.
That's in the
A classic loot
You
chest.
say ooh, but you know everybody and their mother is picking that up.
I know. It's got mounts.
Yeah.
Right.
I love mounts.
It's like they'll buy it for the mounts.
I will say, I think the last mount that I got from like pre-ordering, I don't remember what game I pre-ordered.
Legion.
But the was it a pre-order? The tree beard that like changed color.
no,
Oh,
I think that was wasn't that a 6 month subscription?
I think it was a sub.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a cool mount. to
Yeah.
get.
Back
Like,
when I literally 6 months subbed
Because
for the mount.
typically, you know, the mount that's for the expansion or the pre-order matches the expansion it's going into.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say I feel like it took Blizzard long enough to do the 1-year bundle, but I'm surprised they aren't saving more because the 6 month saves you $2 per month. So does the 12. So like the only real benefit is you get more mounts for subbing for the 6 or for the 12, and then you get.
Well, I mean, let's face
classic
it. If you're
stuff.
subbing for 6, you might as well
Sub for
hit,
12.
hit the other 6.
Yeah, you might as well pay it all up front.
Right.
You know, then you don't have to worry about it.
For
But
a
that's
year.
that's what they're hoping for, is that you don't remember, and then you sub again, and you were like, oh, I was gonna cancel it.
And then it just keeps going.
And then you got another year, like, I guess
The
I
next
can.
10 years of your life, you're not even playing it, but you're still getting charged for it.
Yeah, been there, done that. I'm sure I've given that company so much money when I didn't even touch their games.
Yeah.
So on that WoW topic, going through reading this article, former World of Warcraft developer reveals what race the Horde almost got at launch. John and I were already discussing this a little bit earlier, so we already know what race it was. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint here, Bear. It came in the original game. So vanilla. It was in the game.
The creatures were in the game?
Yep.
The race was in
The race was in the game.
That actually, I had to think about that.
Is
I was
it
like,
a pretty
when did
prevalent
they came out?
species? Or
Absolutely. Extremely
And it was gonna
prevalent in the
be-
game. For anybody who's watching, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section. See if you can guess it before Bear reveals it.
the fish
Or I
people?
reveal it.
It's either the fish people or the murlocs.
The Murloc, that actually would have been cool. I remember them talking about like
The
having
Naga.
Murlocs as a playable class for a while.
Oh,
Well, then-
the Naga.
Yeah, like the Naga.
I think the Naga
Because
would
aren't
have
they
been good.
aren't the murlocs attached to them too?
I don't think
No.
they have anything to do with each other.
Nagas were changed into from
Okay.
night elves.
Right. Well,
Right.
then the only other thing I
Warlocks
could
are
really
just-
think of is like the gnolls or the ogres or something. But like gnolls would make it. Like the little give me my candle.
No, that's
Those are
kobolds.
Oh, kobolds. The gnolls, whatever the gnoll ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like up in Red Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys. That's the only thing I could think of.
And yet
Like,
you don't see them past after level 25.
Yeah, I know.
Red Ridge used to be like my favorite area in vanilla. I don't know why. I just liked it.
It was a nice little place.
I just like
Except-
chilling out there.
I don't know. Like in vanilla, like running around Red Ridge was just difficult because you're like, oh, everything's level 18 and 30.
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
This will make me sense.
Take the wrong turn and oh wait, what is this black? Oh, burning steps. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that whole that's I had a lot of fun at that castle, like doing those the event or whatever it was. I can't remember. It was like
No, it was a
Oh,
group
the
part of
quest.
the-
wanted poster?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, it's been so
Inside the
long.
castle?
Yeah, you were like you like getting groups together, like, hey, I need help doing this, and
Right.
it was like,
It was all elites. It was like
Yeah.
there was like what this not a dungeon? What is this nonsense?
So you actually said it. So it was ogres.
they actually were gonna put ogres in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the original developer came out and said that they were going to put ogres into the original races for World of Warcraft for the Horde.
Hmm.
And the reason that they didn't was because they had a 6-week deadline to add the animations to the female ogre model, and they couldn't get it done. But think about this. Do you ever remember seeing a female ogre
no,
in World of Warcraft?
no.
We were talking about it earlier.
The two-headed ones and just the regular ones that run around.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
ooh,
literally
ooh.
I looked it up on Google, and then of course you get like this stupid Reddit like idiocy.
the
which-
memes.
yeah. but like, I legit can't think of a single time where there was a female ogre in World of Warcraft.
Now there's a follow up to that question, or to that discovery.
What's the follow up?
What race would have replaced?
Oh yeah.
Why would you have to replace it?
Because it was only 4.
You're only allowed to have 4.
Yeah, because the alliance had 4.
But who could you add to the alliance?
No. It just, the ogres got replaced by something else
Oh,
as the 4th race.
So who do you think they replaced, or
Blood
who do you
elves?
think they were replaced by?
So that was
Oh.
an expansion.
that was right. That's
was
the
BC.
expansion. So, let's see. Who's on the orc side? The horde side? You got
So-
trolls, orcs, Tauren,
Mm-hmm.
And Forsaken.
and Forsaken. Tauren, probably, because Tauren are big guys. I don't
No,
know.
but I mean, when you follow Warcraft 3, right? He kind of pledged his allegiance to Thrall.
Oh, that's true.
Pledge allegiance
to
to the
Thrall.
Thrall.
The greatest warrior in the Horde Alliance. I don't know.
The
An
greatest
Orgrimmar
shaman I've ever
Azeroth.
met.
It was actually the trolls.
Trolls?
Yeah, they didn't intend to have the trolls, which actually makes you think if the
Hmm.
ogres were supposed to be one of the original classes, and like the only thing that kept them from releasing it was that they didn't have the animations. Do you think the ogres would have had their own starting area?
That
Yeah.
would've been- yeah.
Well, I think they would start with the orcs because you have Rexar, right? Who's half ogre. Right?
Is he?
Yeah. So that was probably your connection to the ogres with the horde. There's really no allegiance to the trolls, right? Because in Warcraft 3, they were just mercenaries.
Yeah.
They were able to buy on both sides, so they could have been like the neutral race, like the goblins were.
That's interesting.
Not.
So you would have like troll cities that, I don't know, we'd probably still have the troll temples that we had to invade. They would probably just be the neutral enemy that was hated by everybody. The only people that were indigenous to the land.
Oh.
Not even the elves were indigenous.
Already getting into politics here, guys.
It wasn't politics. It's just fact.
True.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Trolls got too close to magic, mana and magic, and became the elves. And then the elves.
That's such a.
Yeah, I know. And then the elves, had to bring in the Burning Legion and turn into Naga.
Is that the water city? Yep. Yeah, I remember that from Legion, right? Or
Well, I mean, it was technically before.
well, I know, but that's and you play that whole part of the map. It's about that the water, how they got destroyed, and you're like running around to help that old king free his people or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like a water city, almost like an old Atlantis, and the elf kingling, whatever, lost the city to the bad people.
That was something.
Oh,
was something
Ashara,
different.
wasn't it? The
No,
Ashara stuff?
Ashara was the one that had caused the Sundering. That's why we have that big swirling shit in the middle, Maelstrom, which ironically connects us to the freaking Deep Home, which.
Oh, are you talking about the?
No, I'm not talking about that.
The Void Elf?
It's
No.
It's
If it was in Legion, I think he's talking about like the.
Oh, not the. They weren't called Void Elves.
It's it's like a city that's ransacked and it's got the fish people, Naga, all over it, and you're like going in and doing stuff, and then you go into where you're like the old library or magic area where you have to wear the hat. You put on the hat, and you get like the spells.
Yeah, that was a school.
Yeah, do you remember that? That's what I'm thinking of.
Right.
Like I thought those were the guys that tried to do the Burning Legion and then got and turned into.
No, that's a whole different invasion entirely.
Okay.
And then they were the ones that put the bubble around their city.
But it didn't hold. Right?
It held up until we came to Legion.
I don't know. It's hard to follow some of the WoW
Right.
stuff.
I understand.
I tried, but
And then everything got screwed up in Shadowlands.
I don't understand that.
Well, let's continue down this rabbit hole of World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
There's another article on GameRant.
Uh-oh.
So it says, rumor, World of Warcraft leaks new expansion setting. So we got BlizzCon coming up here soon. Honestly, I wouldn't have been able to guess this, so I'm not even sure it's worth asking the question.
Whoa. Yeah, but you're not a very avid Warcraft.
I used
lore
to be.
enthusiast.
I used to be, but now I'm really not anymore.
You were a shaman that didn't play his totems.
Yeah.
I
that's
doubt.
fair. That's fair.
What's a totem?
You're
What?
like, these things are amazing. Why haven't I been using them? That was such a good day. Such a good day.
It
Okay.
upped your game.
Oh, yeah.
It was almost as if you were playing a class.
Yeah, we went up a couple ranks in that that ranked PvP. It was great. All right, so I'll bear first since you're being a snob. If you were to assume a next WoW expansion, what setting would you think that it would be in? No clue. Awesome. So John,
Panda Land.
Really? Why would
I
we
mean,
have to
why
do
not?
that?
another Panda Land?
Panda Land 2.0, the Dark Pandas. I would say off-world.
Well, that'd
Another
be an easy-
off-world expansion?
That'd be
Yeah.
an easy guess because we were.
You hitting puberty over there?
That would be an easy guess since we've been on world.
I mean, maybe go back to the homeworld of the Legion people. Their main base of operations. I don't know.
We got Sargeras locked up.
Yeah, he freed himself on the DL. You didn't know that, did you?
Oh snap!
That's why I dropped the key.
I wonder if like
None of you guys played Dragon
no, we haven't touched
Dragon House.
Dragonflight.
or Dragonflight,
Dragonflight.
Yeah, I haven't even touched it.
which is another area that's been uncovered where the dragons came from.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't even play that. And I bought all the expansion. And I was like, I'm going to play it. And then I said,
I mean, the Dragonflight was cool. We had like the dragon races.
And you
that
get
you can-
dragon mounts and
You're
all
actually
that.
able to, like, when it was live. Well, it's still live, but racing against other people was actually pretty cool when people actually.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't be so hard to play the game if it was I can pay my $60, have the game, and then I can play it.
Yeah.
Like, because even
Everything's
I would go play hardcore, but I can't warrant $15 a month.
Did you
play
test it like Shad said?
No, I
Because he
did
gave
not.
you. Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't know if you because I wanted to know if
Dude,
what you thought
when's
about
the last time you saw me online?
it. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't-
Last Friday, maybe.
What, online just in general?
Last Friday, it was just me and Chance. Everybody else blew us off.
I know.
Whoa! Listen, I had prior commitments.
Well,
Yeah, you blew
we
us
knew.
off.
We knew.
Blew us off.
Hey man.
Wow.
But yeah, your Dan and Shad both just were like, nah, we're out.
Yeah, they were I think my dad said, "Oh, let's play hardcore," and I was like, "I'm not paying for it. Thank you though."
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to download it again and
I
play.
I think I would genuinely enjoy playing it, but like, just
I know
can't.
I would because John and I played the Diablo 4 for another 2 hours that night just on hardcore, just
Die epically.
just to die epically, and I was like, okay, that was a lot of fun. I was so pumped doing that. Speaking of which, so if you look on Steam and you look at the Diablo 4 reviews, most people are recommending playing Grim Dawn. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
Yeah, I already have it.
I have it too. I loaded it to look at what the game is kind of like. I don't know if it's going to be any good.
It's all right. I mean, it looks like it'll be fun, like in the end game.
That's what they were saying. The end game is significantly better than Diablo 4's, and it's an older game.
Right.
But just the gameplay, you're not. Well, all the extra crap that they've added in Diablo 4 with like the seasons, and I guess people are not enjoying that. I stopped playing before the first season came out just because of life being busy.
Right.
But I always go back and I love reading different reviews.
Like, to me, they didn't do enough to change the season. They added like this malignant thing to it, which changed some of the gems, but it's like, this is not enough for us to change what we're doing.
Right.
Like, some of the seasons were game changers in Diablo 3 that were like, oh, okay, let me play this because this is fun. Because now I can do something that I couldn't do before. Allow me to do.
Yeah, but I think they kind of looked at like Classic, that you have that cult following of people who are going to play the new server every time you put out the new server, even though you did absolutely nothing else to improve the game. So there's going to be those people that are going to play it regardless.
Right,
And
but
I think they're trying to cater to that far too much because they think they can get away with it.
maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I don't know what the development team.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. So that being said, back to our previous topic. John,
Yeah.
what do you think the new expansion is going to be?
The setting.
The new setting.
All right, so going back to what I know,
Welcome to World of Warcraft lore with John.
that stopped paying attention after. I did play Dragonlance.
Dragonflight.
Thank you.
Dragonlance is a book series.
Yeah. And from what I remember about the Incarnates coming out, or Titany, the only thing I can think of to warrant a whole expansion they're joining the members of the Bronze Dragonflight went through time. Visiting, I don't know. Okay. My two guesses is either we're going back in time or we are going after the Void Lords.
Aren't those the old gods?
They're the creators of the.
Oh.
So, you were going down the right path with Titan stuff. Does the continent of Avaloran ring a bell to you?
Oh my god. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't, but
Avaloran. There's another continent.
it has more Titan stuff on it.
Yep. So
That's just now been discovered by the dwarves and the blood elves, right? Because they're the ones that do the archaeology on the Horde side, and it has let loose another old god that we have to now imprison again.
So here's just a quick synopsis of that. Most of the rumors sprung up from the public test realm for patch 10.2 when World of Warcraft players came across a mention of Titan Keepers sending failed expeditions to the lost continent of Avaloran in Azeroth's distant past. According to the writer of Watcher Perithilus, Prime Disintegrate Odin sought to pursue a group of heretics to Avaloran. But their defense ended up being too strong for Odin's forces. Compelled with the dinosaur pet obtained from the Titan-themed Rift in patch 10.1.5, it would seem Blizzard has certainly been building towards a Titan-themed expansion. So, looks like that's where they're leading back to. I wonder if there's ever just going to be like a non-world-ending expansion that's ever going to come out.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing about like persisting worlds, right? And this happens like in like shows and movies and just anything that has existed for quite some time, is that you always have to up the ante, right?
I don't feel like you do.
No. I'm just saying that's what they feel that they have to do. Up the ante, right? You look at Iron Man, right? His first enemy was on world, right? Within his own company, right? Or even when he was kidnapped, right? Technically, yeah, they were part of the 10 Rings, which, part of something else, but that never actually came into, to fruition, per se. But anyways, then Iron Man 2, right? Whiplash. So, and then after that, then you had the Avengers, which was our first outer worldly threat that the world face, right? Now, technically, Iron Man 3 tried to reel it back in by making it all on Earth. But then after that, everything else was like bigger and more brooding and more life-ending. Yeah. That's why after like Thanos, Infinity War, Marvel's kind of gone like downhill, because it's just like either they're trying to bring in like too many big baddies to end the world too quickly, right? So it's just like kind of like, okay, it's just another day in life, right? Or it's just like, I don't know, not good enough. Aside from, the only good one was Far From Home or Away From Home. No Way Home with the 3 Spider-Man.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was nice to see the original Tobey
Correct.
Maguire back with the other ones. I really
But
did.
then
I did appreciate
that was like
that.
exposing like the whole multiverse,
Yeah.
and then how much that can end time on all itself.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
What, No Way Home?
No, it's pretty good.
You are not my friend.
It's actually, and I get really annoyed with superhero movies.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, we went with Remy and
It was like my favorite. It is at the top of my list.
Yeah, I went and saw, I think the last Marvel movie I saw was Wakanda Forever.
what?
But
Wakanda? What is that
Jennifer-
one?
She wanted to go see it in the theaters, so then I had to watch
Is that an actual movie? Wakanda
yeah,
Forever is
it's
a movie.
Yeah, it's Black Panther 2.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that guy passed away, and I really liked him.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it
So,
was
now
passing
the
the
Black
torch.
Panther's a female.
It was
What's that?
his sister took over.
Yeah.
I totally missed that there was a second movie.
They weren't going to replace the actor with another actor to play Black Panther.
Which I think was an absolutely
Yeah,
amazing
that guy was
decision.
a fantastic
Yeah.
person.
So
Like, he
they
visited
kept it
kids and like.
right. They kept it in the family for someone else to be it.
So is it like his daughter?
Sister.
It was pretty cool. But like I had to watch like 6 movies to catch up to storyline to
Oh
be
my
able to
gosh.
watch it. So
What?
so I like. Oh,
I'm pretty sure Wakanda Forever was just a
dude, I
separate.
hadn't even seen Endgame.
He's out. He's so out of here.
I've seen.
John
I've
made
seen.
me watch it at the
I've
house.
seen the last 10 minutes of Endgame probably like 100 times. I've never watched the movie.
Yeah, I watched it on John's couch.
Like, it brings everything full circle. I am Iron Man.
Yeah, I needed the last 10 minutes to watch that.
Did you see the Spider-Man part? I don't feel so good.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Wait, so you saw Infinity War, just not Endgame.
Dude, I don't even know if I've seen Infinity War.
Wow.
We're talking about video games, not not multiverse.
Well,
Anyway.
I don't know if John's gonna talk to me after today.
he might legit go home and shed a tear or two. Be like,
Might
I
have
chose
to-
poorly with my friends.
I might have to go watch the Marvel Marathon now.
I will not be joining you. Thank you, though.
No, we're on nap time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go home and.
Oh, no, I'll go back and play some Spider-Man 2 then. That's a video game. Fun.
It's pretty neat.
What I did like
I'm
how they
watching
did
Remy
Venom.
play it.
Should
little
I
bit.
should I read the articles that say Spider-Man 2 woke?
Really?
Is it?
I saw them somewhere. There's none on GameRant, but I'm sure there is somewhere. But I don't really care for that conversation at the moment.
Yeah. Whatever.
I
It's like,
mean-
if I'm enjoying something, I don't care about your political agenda.
Right.
Like,
Well, sometimes it's a stretch too.
right.
Like sometimes they're like, there was a flag in the background that could have possibly been something that indicated this, and you're just like, what is wrong with you? Because I guarantee they'll do it with our games.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, conservative Christian company Sundered Gaming puts out woke game because it's woke. Why? Because there was a female character that was selectable. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Or a female character that actually did something.
Right. Having strong female characters that don't detract from the story, then destroying like already established characters, to
Right.
me is important. You have that already built in,
Right.
and you don't write from an agenda. You write to tell a great story,
Correct.
and that's how you win with people. It's like I don't care what you believe personally about the world right now or whatever's going on. I want you to enjoy my story. I want you to enjoy the game because this is a whole nother world that I'm helping you escape from this place.
Right.
Like, let's enjoy this together. Like, if we can't agree out here, maybe we can agree in here. Like,
Any parallels that you find is just completely coincidental.
yeah, and there'll be a lot. Like, if you think about it, think about how, like, look at just some of the stuff I talk about in our lore, like just the emails, the research. I look at all these different cultures because I want to be able to bring in every little aspect of humanity in its history in our stuff. So every culture could relate.
And just so people out there don't freak out, Rome is in it.
Rome, isn't it? Is that what you said? That's just a small aspect.
How many times have you thought about the Roman Empire today, Bear?
Well, it's a lot. I made me laugh that was like a thing going on.
Right.
But people were like posting it. I'm like, I've been thinking about the Roman Empire since I was like 9.
Right.
And I've been like
I
obsessed.
you know, I would think about it like every now and then, but I was like, I never realized, oh wow, I guess I do think about it more than
the average person?
right.
Probably.
Well, not only that, but like the Andreas flag,
Roman.
I've Farley got me my first Gladius as a gift, and then Chance got me my second Gladius.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Damascus steel.
Oh,
Thing was beautiful.
yes, it is. I mean, yeah, so that made me laugh that was going on. I'm like, yeah, every day. Like, that's all I'm researching. Like,
It's kind of funny because like I was watching TikToks and reels and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, the women's version of Rome is Taylor Swift," and I'm like, "That's actually a pretty good comparison."
that is interesting.
Like they probably think about Taylor Swift on the daily, and as guys,
I probably do.
I guarantee I think about Rome like twice a day, like at
Speaking
least.
of which, you guys should really read the book. It's a series, Dictator by Robert Harris. It's from Cicero's Slave, like the notes,
Mhm.
and Robert Harris puts it into like basically a story version of it. It's really cool. Like just learn, like listening to how they do their politics and how it's so similar and so different from ours because of the time.
Mhm.
But like at the same point, you get to see humans being humans,
Right.
and like that doesn't change. And yeah, I'm on the last one, I think. See, there was I can't remember the first one. I think it's anyway, Robert Harris. You just have to look it up and look up for the one about Cicero.
Interesting.
Yeah, sorry, that's not a video game.
All right, moving a little further down the rabbit hole of Game Rant. Oh, here's a good article. RTX 4080 or RTX.
Of course, it's a good article for you to ask.
Which should you buy?
I have not.
Neither. Absolutely not. Do not buy a 4080.
I have no comment on this part whatsoever.
Unless you're running 3 screens and playing like some astronomically powerful game, you'll never.
I couldn't even tell you which one's more powerful.
Go buy a 2080. Go buy a 2080. It's fine. You don't even need 2080. Go buy a 2060. Anybody who's spending $4,000 on a graphics card, delusional. I have never spent that much on a graphics card.
The guy that has a graphics card sitting on his desk.
He looks for deals though.
Yeah, that's
a collector's item.
Whoa. Okay, I have an Intel first generation Arc graphics card.
Whoa.
That is a collector's item.
Oh snap!
That is a collector's item.
Generation, people. First generation.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Have they made a second?
They've already released, and then they have plans to release. They have like a whole line. It's like the Alchemist, the Spitfire. Like they have a whole
Now,
thing.
are they
going
actually
down.
making they like a dent competitively?
Probably not.
Not yet. At least.
Not yet. I mean, if you look like me, I like Radeon, but it's mostly because I don't like Nvidia. But like I do genuinely like AMD and Radeon, so like it's just kind of my go-to. But like Intel, I give Intel 5 years, and I will be buying their graphics cards probably all the time.
Both.
But like I won't buy an Intel.
Pie?
Yeah, I won't buy. I won't buy.
I won't buy it either.
Yeah, I won't buy an Intel chip. I have no desire for them. They're overpriced and they don't do. They don't perform. But I will buy a graphics card, if not only for the reason that it will bring the market down to have 3 competitors.
Honestly, I think the whole Intel chip and chip is like Ford and Chevy.
I would disagree.
Listen, people love Ford as much as they love Ford, and people love Chevy as much as they love Chevy, but
yeah, but they like
they
literally.
I mean,
it's all.
I don't like AMD because
it's all the same parts in a Ford and a Chevy.
All the AMD I've had were crashed.
Yeah, but that was like 15 years ago when AMD was like a bunch of wankers. That's like
they put a sour taste in my mouth.
That's like Intel now. I guarantee you buy an Intel graphics card, you're gonna have a bad time.
I'm not talking about graphics card. I'm talking about chip.
I know. So they were new into the business.
For sure, mine's an Intel chip.
I'm saying graphics card.
I know.
Okay, so
I'm talking about Intel chips.
Here's my correlation.
And AMD chips.
Here's my correlation, cowboy. An AMD chip 15 years ago is basically what an Intel graphics card is right now.
Okay.
Garbage.
Okay.
So like,
yeah, you have a first gen on your desk.
I do. Collectors. It'll never go on a computer, guaranteed. But
still
collect 10 years from now, it will be worthwhile buying an Intel graphics card.
Yeah.
Probably not even 10 years. Probably like 5.
I was gonna say probably. I would say 3.
Yeah. They found a lot of kinks, and I think they worked out a lot of stuff with their drivers already.
Right.
And they've been producing wafers for freaking 30 years, so they're good.
Yeah, I mean, for the fact that they have a motherboard that you can just slap on.
Yeah, right.
The graphics cards.
They're gonna start throwing like
You'll definitely have bundles with already put together.
Oh yeah. Well, and then they're gonna start throwing like, they're gonna see how much power they can throw into graphics cards. I guarantee it. They're gonna be like, can we put an Intel chip, a full-on motherboard chip in a graphics card?
Why not? Because have the exactly. Have it process all the processing that you need to process. I know, right? Have the video card process everything that it needs to process visually, right? While the motherboard gets to do all the expensive calculations that it needs to do.
Do you think Intel is going to take over all of it?
I wouldn't say take over all of it. I'm pretty sure once they get big enough, become a threat, you'll start seeing the other companies doing some shenanigans. Like NVIDIA coming out with a titanium cell.
Whoa.
They make their graphics card out of titanium.
See? But that's what Intel fanboys are, okay? Intel fanboys are like, it's the same Ocean Lake 7400 K12, but it's gold instead of silver. I gotta have it. You can't even see the freaking chip, okay?
Right.
But I guarantee somebody's buying it just because it's a different color.
It's like someone's buying a first gen Intel.
Absolutely.
graphics card.
Absolutely doing it. Absolutely. Oh. Spider-Man 2 update addresses flag controversy.
What?
The Cuban flag.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna throw it at him and have him guess, but apparently they put the wrong flag for Cubans in there, and then like everybody got like real upset.
Because Miles is half Cuban.
Yeah. Kind of a weird thing to just like get all up in arms about, but I'm sure
People will get up in arms about anything.
I ain't your dude, bro.
I ain't your bro, dude.
You can't say the same thing.
I mean, I love you guys.
Love is such a strong word.
I mean, for a while, people were like hating on the traversal in that game. They like made so many improvements, in my opinion.
Ooh. All right, this isn't really game related, but it is nerd related. The Mandalorian Bo-Katan story is way more interesting than Din Djarin's. I think I pronounced that right. So, The Mandalorian? Like, in all honesty, his story is kind of just like, bleh. But if you could actually have like the full backstory of Bo-Katan, I think that would actually be pretty interesting.
But weren't they just saying that Mandalorian was better? Or did I misheard
The
you?
Mandalorian. Bo-Katan's story is way more interesting than Din Djarin's. Din Djarin is the main character of The Mandalorian.
Gotcha.
He's the one walking around with Baby Yoda.
Right.
Well, they should have just stuck with Legends, and it would all be better. If they like significantly,
they should have followed the actual story.
Right. Follow the books, the comics, like follow all of that to a T. I guarantee you would have a much more successful
and bigger
Star
fan
Wars
base.
and a bigger fan base. I guarantee it, but they won't, and I don't get it, and it blows me away because the story with Boba Fett, he eventually becomes Mandalore. Like that's awesome. And now what is he just going to stay as a street thug and like what is this? Like, oh, I'm going to protect these streets. What the crap? You're like destroying the great story of Boba Fett and like how he's a principled bounty hunter. Like there's a point in one book where this guy's like, I'll give you my daughters. And Boba Fett's going to, collect the bounty and bring him in. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, scum. Like, you're screwed now. Like, you gave up your own kids. Like, that's the kind of stuff that people want to see. Not this, like, what was it? They had, like, the woke speeder bike kids. Tatooine.
My Lord.
I'm like, what the crap is going on?
Yeah.
We're cybernetics. Like,
yeah. You guys are the kind of
dude.
people we see driving around Portland on mopeds, okay?
Like,
Calm down.
What is going on? But,
I might have to edit that part out.
But no, I definitely think they should have
Or
just
have it as a clip.
people comments. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. We're just BSing. Chill out.
Relax.
People
the
people get
beginning
all
one
up in
there.
arms about everything.
Have to.
I know, because it gives them some sense of purpose that they're lacking in their life. I don't. Whatever.
I don't know. It's actually funny because like I would say 90% of the comments I get on all of our social media stuff, like people only comment when they have something to say that's negative.
Oh yeah.
Like 90% of the time, it's something that like somebody's like the one I posted about crafting systems. I mean, like, oh, I don't want to go do the raids. I want to enjoy the crafting system.
Mhm.
And somebody like pretty much all the comments were like, go find a different game, or obviously like you don't know what game you're playing, like just stupid stuff. And I'm like, y'all had
Like,
nothing. You had nothing better to do in
well,
your life
no,
than
did
just
you-
like scroll.
No, did you understand what we were talking about?
Yeah, well, and that was my comment underneath was like, go
Right.
check out the full podcast where we talk about
All
MMOs and
that-
crafting systems.
Right.
Yeah.
Guarantee
Like-
you none of them went and watched it, but
Right. Because it was like the whole point of what we were talking about were these games is like, yeah, I understand it. Like, you can have a good crafting system in a well,
you could. If you want to hear more about crafting systems, go check out our previous podcast. About
episode
crafting
4
systems.
something out.
I don't remember what I think it was episode 12.
Episode 12.
Now I'm gonna have to go back through.
Hmm.
Here's another
Here's another interesting one.
a little bit. Where did it just go? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. You know, the remake of the remake of the remake. Reportedly include an operator based on a popular food chain. What food chain do you think that is?
McDonald's.
An operator?
That was actually really good, like a playable character based on a food chain.
Was the Ronald McDonald coming to play?
Ronald McDonald.
That's awesome.
His name Jack, and they got like, oh, from Jack in the Box.
You
Jack
know,
in the
we
Box.
should develop a first-person shooter, and all the characters and operators are just based on like.
Yeah, do you know the
That-
licensing fees on all
Oh
that?
yeah, that would be. Well, you could choose like Ronald McDonald, and then you just name him like.
We would have to go fund me for like each license.
Burger Rex. Like instead of Burger King. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't.
mean, Burger Prince. That would be
Yeah,
at least
yeah, Burger Prince.
royalty.
Ron,
Burger Rex.
Burger Rex. I
Do
don't
you
even
know-
know where they came from.
You know what? Never mind. Comment below if you know what I meant.
By Burger Rex?
Yeah.
I no clue. So it is. It's Little Caesars.
Little Caesars?
Yeah.
Man, I remember
Roman?
seeing their commercials as a kid.
A human-sized Call of Duty operator donning the colors of the popular fast food restaurant chain. The character attire includes Little Caesars' signature pizza cutter, hot and ready tagline, and a playful drawing of fries with a mischievous face, among with other things.
Wait,
Wait, so
fries.
is he wearing orange? So he's like,
Probably. It doesn't show me a picture, unfortunately. I wish I had
When
one.
you said fry, I was thinking Futurama.
Oh,
Like,
that was a weird
I don't know.
transition to go down, but you live your best life, Bear.
Well, sometimes you don't get great sleep, and then it starts to take its toll.
Wonder. The Arrival interview. Dev talks bringing Slenderman back for a 10-year anniversary. You remember that?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Think the Slenderman game was dumb?
Well,
Never played it.
The whole there's all the YouTube videos of people talking about their experience with Slender Man and
Oh,
all
well.
this. I'm like,
the whole like Slenderman phenomenon.
yeah.
Like, okay, that's
Is
the,
that
the one thing. The one thing that actually sucks is when 4 girls try to murder their friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah. That's just bad parenting. It's a lot of things, but we won't go there. Thought interesting. Oh, I thought this article was gonna be more interesting.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Not that you're gonna find out on GameRant or anything, but it is a game. Or was a game. Have you ever played Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, but I've watched Logan play it.
Right. So, but you know what it's about, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the movie that's coming out?
I didn't know they were coming out with a movie.
I did not know that either.
It seems a little bit more on the cheesy side than.
Yeah, but it's probably just a cheesy horror flick.
Well, I mean,
You know what I want a remake of? Gremlins.
Ooh,
Like
I just-
that'd
the
be a good movie.
I just want a good video game story.
Do it yourself. Sundered Studio Productions coming 2030. Maybe. I don't know. Is it on the timeline?
Yeah.
Are we going with the 2030 agenda too?
I guess so.
I'm out. It's just a joke, John.
Oh, okay.
John's like, wait.
You can just sign that 25% over to me. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's just aside from like Super Mario Brothers, it doesn't have a story to begin with. Was like the best.
Didn't that come
But
out?
it just opened up the whole universe. I'm so excited, so excited to see what they're gonna do with that.
The
I am
RPG?
too.
No,
the
just the movie. Like
It was
to
so
bring,
good. It was
Yeah.
so
they
good.
brought the Mario universe to life, and now there's so much they can do with it.
Well, the release of that game's coming out. It should already be out. I thought.
What,
October
Wonder?
or
Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
something like that.
Well,
There's
Wonder
that,
was
and then
was their new game, and then the remake of
Mario Party.
Mario RPG,
They're remaking that one. Yeah.
the Legend of the Seven Stars.
I used to have so much fun playing that Mario Party game. Just all the little games in it,
Never had anyone to party with.
And that's just sad.
I know. I never got to
Your
play.
sister didn't play with you?
I never played any Mario Party. We didn't have Nintendo. We had PlayStation,
Hmm.
That's what's wrong with you. You grew up on PlayStation,
and then I got an Xbox,
PC Master Race.
and then
Someone downstairs just went, woo! And I thought of your dad. Woo! Wrong building. Any other
anyways,
doozies?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
He's like,
Steam is changing how players pay for games around the world.
Uh-oh.
Basically, everything's just going USD. I thought the article was going to be more interesting, but it was not.
oh,
They're just basically like, it doesn't matter what country you're in, it will be charged USD. Which, I mean, it's a good sign for the American dollar, but at the same time, it's like, piss off everyone else.
I mean, don't they? So okay, they're going to have to convert their money before they can buy it, or does it do it? 'Cause I thought,
I think it does the auto conversion.
right? Because when I buy something like in euro, I thought it just, hey, use my credit card, right? I thought it was like the same way. I thought they already did that, but
Apparently not. Ooh. Here's a weird article. New Steam game costs $1 million.
right on. Add it to the wish list. Buy it when it's on sale.
is this like one of those like Guinness Books of World Records that like,
$1 million.
No, I think it.
or is this that train game?
No, it's not that
The
train game.
with all the DLCs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
I wonder if anybody actually owns all of it.
I'm
Like
sure
has a
there- I'm
whole
sure there's
setup with
somebody.
like the.
I'm sure there's one person.
I mean, they got those like streamers that have like full on like trucks in their living room that they like sit inside of and play like Truck Simulator. I guarantee there's somebody that's got like.
Hey, man,
I would
Let's
do it.
listen
I would
to
do it
happen.
with a mech.
As
I would totally do it with a mech, especially if I'm like
Oh,
getting hit and I
yeah.
can feel it. Oh,
it is something to say when you have an actual wheel and pedals that like actually like count.
That's true.
That I do have to give it to them. It is pretty fun when you play it with a wheel.
Because John and I played that Gran Turismo game.
Oh yeah.
That is, it does get into it.
But
Matter of fact, Remy and I stayed up till like 3 a.m. one night, and he was being my manager. I'm like, all right, what cars am I gonna get? Like, and he's just like helping.
That's funny.
That was a fun night.
So the $1 million game is called Spooky Men.
oh my gosh,
It is a online 1 to 8 player cooperative survival horror game. It was probably a typo, but it was worthwhile making an article about it on
That would be
GamerRant,
funny
apparently.
though. What if someone actually bought it for $1 million?
Well, what if 8 people bought it and had the world's most expensive session?
It just makes me think about that game that you could only play one time or whatever.
Oh, what was the name of that
yeah.
game?
And then it deletes.
And then it deletes
gone.
itself. I'm going to have to go back and find the name of that game.
Hunt it.
Yeah, because I don't think they can do that now.
No, there's
Too many ways for people to
extract
it out and,
information.
Yeah.
reverse engineer that.
Yeah, because
shit.
if they knew that it was going to delete itself, they'd do something to prevent it.
Don't tell anybody.
Well, the first time it gets deleted.
It gets posted.
Yeah.
How would you do that? You do like a window, can only buy in this window, and then the copy, that's all you get.
Well, you do like your initial release, right? And then that's it. You
That
Don't tell.
no one else can buy anymore.
you tell them like, oh yeah, and the next wave's coming.
It
never comes out.
That's funny.
It's only physical. You can't download it.
You two might be old enough for this. I'm probably not. I guarantee I'm not. Do either one
Way
of
to
you?
make us feel a lot
Oh,
older.
absolutely. Do either one of you two remember Star Wars Dark Forces on PlayStation or Windows?
Dark Forces. Can I see the cover?
Yeah.
Is it a stormtrooper?
It was 3 stormtroopers.
Yeah.
You remember it?
No, I remember seeing it, wanting it, and never got to play it.
Gotcha. So I was just reading Steam article, a GameRant article that says old school Star Wars fans should be excited for February 28th, I assume, of this coming year. It looks like they are planning to do a full remaster of Star Wars Dark Forces. Nobody's original anymore, John. Get used to it, okay? That's why we're a gaming company in this industry, so we can release fresh, new content whenever we figure out how to do that.
Hey, get that knife out of that.
It dissolved. It was a mortal brain. You're out.
How do you feel about that, though? I mean, because if you think about the
I
Star
don't
Wars...
know. I'm still recovering from a bus.
I think if they were gonna remake, I think it's cool. Like if they do a good job, for people to play it. I think a lot of companies want to get that nostalgia back because if you look at a lot of the Steam stuff that's selling, the top
A lot of
sellers,
retro games.
there's a lot of retro games on there. People are like, "Oh, I played this nostalgia." But it would be cool if they remade the Empires one, the Star Wars, the RTS.
The RTS? Oh.
If they redid that one, it's kind of like the Total War style where you have like your planets and like you have ground and space invasions. That was a really fun game. And then the modding community, which is why I'm still in it. They did like the Thrawn's Revenge and all this. So they have all the eras. They've added all these ships and all these characters. It's amazing. And I'm like, man, if you guys could just bring that in to like a modern era where you could pick and play in the old Republic days, where like Luke Scott, yeah. Anyway, Dark Forces. I remember seeing it. I don't remember playing it.
I would definitely go for an updated version of the old Republic.
Oh, like we were talking about the RPGs. with Revan and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I know the story, but like bring it up to like
Yeah.
what Dragon Age Inquisition is to like as far as like gameplay and art style and stuff like that.
You could even
Play the hell out of
add
that.
if you're gonna do it, remake it, but then add like some stuff that people wouldn't expect, like maybe online PvP with people. Add like more add features that'll
Right.
like bring in
Don't just like make a
carbon
copy
copy,
paste.
yeah.
Just improve on like one thing that I'm surprised that we haven't seen, and I think it would be kind of a no brainer, especially after like it's been remastered, was the original series of Star Wars. Like I remember when they did it for Super Nintendo, and it like had like some scenes from the movies and stuff like that. But like you can make a video game based off those movies and those stuff. I don't see why they don't try to copy it again and do it again. Dude, I remember I think it was Return of the Jedi. First level, like took me like I had to say this, but I never got past that first level.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Super Return of the Jedi.
I don't think I played it.
Like it was this ship and I had to keep jumping over stuff like that. I believe I might have been.
Yeah, it's possible. There were games like that as a kid that we would rent, and I'm like, I don't like it. It's like whatever.
Back in the Blockbuster days.
Yeah.
Blockbuster was so great to go to. Dad would take us. We get to pick out our movie. Had to get it approved, obviously, and
Stay out of the adult section.
yeah. Well, they usually had like a room or like it was like a wall that would like have a secret cubby.
We went to the warehouse. Where? That's what their tagline was.
Family,
Was it another Blockbuster?
Yeah, it was like.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Mm.
I heard of that before.
Did you see that Netflix is gonna have their own store locations now? And then Blockbuster tweeted something like, "We know where this goes." I just thought it was
That's
great
awesome.
because there's only one Blockbuster store.
Well, to be honest, Blockbuster probably could have still survived if it wasn't for their parent company. That's what did them in. Because they were moving towards the streaming platform, towards that era.
But it was too late.
If they weren't attached to what they were attached to,
Well, is it
what were they
because the-
attached to?
I forget. If you watch,
Because
you
they
watch
bought a
Block-
bunch of people's debt or something, right? They
they bought Blockbuster to cover their debt.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was
Yeah.
something stupid. So Blockbuster kind of got screwed out of the whole thing.
I'm still waiting for them to have a comeback.
They're done. There's only a story out there that has like the license.
Some of us still have hope.
Hope the size of a mustard seed, my friend.
Hey.
So there's one left in Bend, Oregon.
Right. Didn't you see the last Blockbuster?
No.
No.
No, none of you guys seen it?
No.
It's an actual documentary or movie.
Seriously?
Yeah. About Bend, Oregon.
Huh.
The last
Do they still rent movies?
yeah,
So what you're telling me is the business model works.
for that area.
Okay. So just expand. Re-expand. Come on,
She can't.
Blockbuster.
She doesn't
You can do
own
it.
Blockbuster.
She owns the.
She owns the rights for it's a license, right? So some
Okay,
company
so she just needs, whoever it is, needs to just rebrand, call it like Block Booster or something, and then just like start like.
Blockbuster.
I mean, think about it. Like, if Blockbuster is still giving her like a franchise to do it, like, how does that even work? If Blockbuster is no longer a company, but they have one store, how are they franchising things out, and why can't she expand? Or they, I don't know who the heck it is, but you said she, so I'm going off of she.
Right. I don't know.
Why don't you have the answer for me, John?
She has no corporate support. She has to do
What do
everything.
you, what do you need
corporate.
corporate support for? She can do it herself. Block Booster, we got this.
Look,
I'm gonna contact her.
corporate. It's right here. Corporate.
I'm gonna get in contact with her and be like, let's
be honest,
expand.
I don't know what what she would have to do. I don't know. I think.
Did you say block booster?
Block booster.
I think
Lackluster
for the mere
film.
fact that it's the last one, it's why it's so.
Oh, because it's like a shrine to nostalgia.
Right.
I don't
So,
know. I feel
if she was just a mom and pop video store, right, probably wouldn't have the same business that she currently has. But because she's the last blockbuster on Earth.
I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, it could be time to where we get back that going out and picking up a movie. We have red boxes all over the place.
Oh, I got no clue.
Yeah, usually leaving a Walmart, they're in there, or like a Fry's.
Right. If they're successful or if they profitable, then yes, I would say probably right on that. Now, with everything going like on a subscription, it might be best to own up because now you don't have to worry like, oh, I can't watch this because it's on that. Oh, I can't watch this because it's on this subscription. Well, I have to go to the store to get what I want.
I think that's kind of what it comes down to. And I think that's where everybody's kind of headed is everything is subscription based now. You have to keep paying and then you don't get the crap you want. And then you're like, oh, it's not on Netflix, but it's on Hulu, but it's only partially on Hulu because the rest of it's on Peacock. But that's not on Peacock because now it's on CNN Plus. Doesn't exist anymore. But well, I mean, whatever that looks like, even Daily Wire, you know, a company that I appreciate and that I like, Daily Wire is not attached to their new Bent Key production company. So like all the stuff that I was looking forward to them producing is now on a completely different subscription service. And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It is? That sucks.
Yeah.
Because they have that new
Yeah, the kid show.
the kids stuff, and they have the Disney, or not Disney, the Snow White movie.
Yeah,
that they're
I'm
doing.
actually looking forward to
didn't that
Brett
look
Cooper
good?
as Snow White. I was like,
She got engaged.
did she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
and then
did.
the
I heard
whole
s-
internet bored for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I
No, that's
laughed.
awesome. She's very
I-
smart. She's an amazing woman. Like, kudos to the guy who is man enough to wife her up. Okay.
Yeah.
She's a strong woman.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, I found a better one, but we'll go there.
I found the best one. Now,
Both of you guys.
It's cool when you have real life women that like you can draw off of for like your stories, and she's one of those people. Like usually I use people in our immediate life or people I see and read about or whatever, but she's one of those ladies that I like respect for her her gumption. That her she doesn't put up with other people's crap, and she's honest about stuff, and like I don't know, it's just fantastical.
It's awesome. All right, moving off of Blockbuster, Daily Wire, and Brett Cooper. Last article for the day. Nintendo pulls controversial game from Switch's eShop. What do y'all think that this game would be?
Very soon. Controversial?
Controversial
Donkey
game.
Kong.
No.
Yeah, I could see them doing that, but no, it's not Donkey Kong.
What? Why would they pull the
Just make some insinuations here, my guy.
about Donkey Kong?
Wasn't there a huge uproar about it in the past about bananas?
No, the
and all
Banana
this?
War. Yeah, that was the conspiracy theory.
Oh,
It was stupid.
okay.
Regardless,
That was my guess. I don't know.
what's
I'm
your
not a
guess,
big
John?
Nintendo guy.
I'll
Is
give
it-
you a hint. It's not a Nintendo game.
Ah,
Yeah. I don't
Golem.
No.
think so. So okay. There's nothing that's licensed through Nintendo.
I don't believe so. I would hope not.
Um. Is this some like weird, like out of this world, like third party?
Yeah.
That like no one will ever.
Correct. Actually, I'm genuinely curious now. I need to look this up.
why are you wearing pennies?
Not where it's a keychain.
Of pennies?
Don't worry about it. Wow. actually got a 6 out of 10 rating on Steam. So the game is called, and I might actually put this on the screen here, and we might actually watch this trailer. So the game is called Need for Spirit Drink and Drive Simulator.
What?
Yeah. That made it onto the Nintendo eShop. It is on Steam. It looked like it was on a couple other different platforms.
What was the rating you gave it?
It is 6 out of 10 on Steam.
No, not that rating.
Give me 1 second. Let me pull up that.
That's not definitely E for everyone.
No, and Nintendo's more like
E for
everybody.
And it's on the Epic Game Store too.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's rated T for teen,
Oh,
and it says use
good.
of alcohol.
I don't.
okay, hold on.
I'm not buying that game for my sons.
Listen.
I'm not buying that game as an adult.
How is this rated T for teen when a teen can't drink?
Well, at 18 you can't drink, but you can serve in the military.
Irregardless, I'm just saying.
So,
teen is typically 13 and up.
Need for Spirit Drink and Drive Simulator is a tongue-in-cheek racer unique through its approach to the racing topic. You step into the shoes of a hapless professional driver tasked with transporting various alcoholic beverages such as beer, spirit, wine, and brandy to certain venues like birthdays and other miscellaneous celebrations.
Oh.
If you thought the mission will be easy, think again. The infrastructure will be challenging to say the least. Country roads, mountains, and highways that resemble dirt roads will all prove to be worthy adversaries on your path towards a successful delivery. Abysmal road aside, the biggest enemy will be your very own addiction to booze while transporting them. Potholes seem harmless after you've transformed into an insatiable drunkard which suddenly thinks that he's got the off-road skills to take as many shortcuts as needed. Why is this even a game?
I don't think it's a good idea to glorify addiction or like make it like.
No,
I don't think that's a good thing. Like, and if kids are playing it, which they shouldn't be, like adults can do whatever they want, right? Like we can play it, whatever. I won't play it probably because well. But no, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I'm glad Nintendo pulled it though, because that's like, I don't want Remy being like, "Can I buy this?" and like have to explain to my kid like, "No, and this is why." It wants you to enjoy being a drunk.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about that. Yeah.
Obviously, it's just a ridiculous indie game.
Yeah.
But like,
I think there are people, I can see people making like videos or something about it, like them playing it while drinking and like adding, I can see like having fun, people having fun that way.
T for teen, I don't think is an accurate.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I mean, like, you gotta look at the ESRB rating because like anything that's like M is like people won't touch. For sure.
What do you mean they won't touch?
I'm just saying, like, as far as like to trying to appeal to as many people as possible.
Oh, well, I mean, you're technically condoning illegal actions in the game. In my mind, that's not T for teen.
That's true.
That's mature.
No, I agree with that.
That is not our indie spotlight for the week. We're not saying go buy this game. That was just a good article to kind of end on. And props to Nintendo for pulling the game. Because I feel like Nintendo, as much as like it's my generation, it's also still like there's a lot of kids on that platform. Because in my mind, it's so much easier to have kids on the Nintendo platform than it is the Xbox or the PS5 platform.
Nintendo never grew up with us.
Agreed.
Right, it stayed the kid.
Correct. It's like, listen, like you outgrew us, that's fine. You can go to Sega. You can go to PlayStation. We'll be back.
Go to Sega?
Back in the day, because
okay.
Sega was
not
your
anymore.
big brothers.
The Genesis.
Yeah.
Whatever.
when Sonic came out, it's like that's the bad boy. Because that was the one thing that like the guy from marketing for the U.S. main target was beat Mario.
With Sonic. Beat Mario. He did a pretty good job. Didn't beat him.
Apparently not
Pretty
well enough.
iconic, but
Not. Yeah, I know.
I mean, if your aspiration, if we were to go in, like, we're releasing our next game, and we're like, our aspiration is to beat Dragon Age. And, like, we don't beat them, but, like, it's a significant game, and it's, like, a common name in the gamer household, I'd say you're pretty successful.
Right.
Right. They made movies, too. Just like Mario.
Oh, yeah. I guess that was another good one. I didn't hate it. It
I didn't watch them.
was funny. It's a good kids movie.
Yeah, I imagine.
What
it is.
movie?
Sonic.
They
Oh,
have, like,
yeah,
what,
I
is
didn't
there
watch it.
One or two?
Both of them.
There's two?
Jim Carrey as Robotnik. Come on.
Nope. Didn't watch it.
All right.
In the second one, they bring Knuckles.
Yeah, Idris Elba. It's Knuckles.
Hey,
Who?
he'd be.
Idris Elba.
Hey,
I don't
if
know
I
who
could
that
get
is.
him. to-
Really?
You don't know who-
I'm sure
He's
I
the guy
do.
that I would have play Marcus.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You guys will find out about Marcus later.
Everyone watching is like, who the fuck's Marcus? All right.
Yeah, he's. Yeah,
I think
he'd
that
be a good actor.
thinks that brings our time here to a close.
Want to go to sleep?
Hey, man,
Yes, I do.
mornings come fast.
Well, gamers and devs, that wraps up this episode of the Status Quo. We hope you enjoyed the deep dive into the world of everything that we talked about today from our point of view. As we close today, we just want to say thank you for your support as we try to bring a positive, insightful, and entertaining content to you every week. If you'd like to stay connected with us beyond
Or
the
every other
podcast.
week.
What was that?
That
Go
is?
ahead, say it.
Nope.
Yes.
Every other week.
Yeah, at this point, kind of. It's been like 2 weeks. Yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Heckin' oof.
We just
I mean,
gotta make
if
it to 100.
If we were all in the office and we had a game, a little different.
Almost there. 1 month out.
You know,
Just
games
another month.
require assets other than code.
Okay. Where was I? Yeah, check out our social media, check out our website, and we'll be back next week. This has been the Status Quo.